After more than a week of speculation and rumors over who is behind the shooting of David Ortiz and why, Dominican officials offered an answer this week saying it was a case of mistaken identity. While news organizations reported what they were told, will they now seek a more plausible explanation? According to Dominican authorities, it was all a big mistake.
Investigators believe the intended target was a man named David Fernandez, a cousin of the convicted drug dealer who allegedly ordered the hit.
For the most part, news organizations reported the story at face value, including the New York Times. The Globe also played it straight but offered a skeptical sidebar. Sports radio, though, had a field day.
I don't know if you caught any of the local news stories on this, but they had to play this and then report on this and keep a straight face as they did it.
Trenny Kuzneruk of NBC Sports Boston says she's not buying the official line, and it's important for reporters to keep digging.
Well, there are a number of things. One being that the man who they claim was the intended victim looks nothing like David Ortiz. Two, David Ortiz is a national hero in the Dominican Republic. It would be like someone not recognizing President Trump in this country.
And says Trenny, just because tabloids are reporting rumor doesn't mean they aren't worth pursuit by other news organizations.
And then you look at what the New York Daily News reported earlier this week, which was that there was another thwarted attempt on David Ortiz's life where someone drove in front of his white Mercedes, caused a crash. The fire department responded, but it was never made public.
Following up on some unanswered questions, WGBH's Adam Riley emailed Ortiz's lawyer, asking whether some published reports were accurate. Like, did Ortiz buy a Lexus for a woman the day before the shooting? And was that viral video fight between two women outside Ortiz's hospital authentic? And who were they?
Those are all questions I think people want answered.
We do, but will we ever get them? I have to say has been some speculation that the Globe is going soft on this because ownership of the Globe is the Red Sox. I really don't believe that. And just to say this afternoon, Dan Shaughnessy, their top sports reporter, said many had much to lose if uncomfortable truths were unearthed in this case. And so they went with this bogus, explanation about what happened there. But the truth is going to come out. Somebody is going to get it. It's going to be, maybe it will be one of the tabloids. I'm not going to dismiss if it is. Certainly the tabloids have had a long history of uncovering uncomfortable truths in the past. But this is so ridiculously implausible that it's really, I think, striking a match under people to go figure out what exactly did happen.
Well, there ought to be continued reporting, absolutely. I'm not convinced that the official account is ridiculously implausible. I think there may very well be something to it. You have a gunman going into a dark bar, looking at people from behind. They're dressed essentially the same way. I don't see why it would be that.
There's 15 people involved in a hit on some low-level...
Well, I don't know that it's low level. It was supposedly some sort of a drug deal. I'm not standing up for the official account. What I am saying is we should keep reporting, but you don't necessarily you don't necessarily publish every rumor that comes across your radar.
No.
You keep putting it together and
That's
wait
right.
until you have something that you can publish.
I don't know what to believe anymore. I saw the initial reports that it was because he was sleeping with a woman and this guy was jealous. I also see the new official account that has come out from the Attorney General. And one thing from reporting news over 37 years, I think we can all agree, you can never underestimate the dumb criminal factor. And in this particular case, you had three levels. You had a guy who was not in this country, supposedly, according to the Attorney General, ordering the hit, another guy orchestrating it from prison on a cell phone, and 11 other guys who were arrested. Now, what could go wrong in that communications chain of what's happening? So I'm with Dan. I don't necessarily disagree or believe that it's implausible. I think it could have happened. I just don't know what to believe. I don't know how you get to the bottom of it. We can't get to it
This
as
is not
reporters
the
in
answer.
this country. No. If you can hire someone who's a Dominican reporter, who's fearless, who's plugged in, maybe they'll get some answers.
I keep coming back to it. Now, I'm deeply ambivalent about sports, so for me, there's no rosy glow. We must find the answer to who attacked our hero thing. But to what end? Why assassinate him? If he is such a hero in the Dominican Republic, exactly.
It wasn't even a real murder attempt. They would have hit him in the head if they intended to murder him.
So let's say he was the target. To what end, and why would the Dominican Republic then be trying to explain the shooter instead of going after him for attacking
dumb criminals?
I just don't see the point of
I mean,
assassinating him.
if you're going to really try to assassinate somebody, you shoot him in the head, which was why it was definitely intended for David Ortiz, because they were sending him some kind of a message.
Well, but to stop him from doing
Who
what? He's a
knows?
baseball player.
Also, that could be a bad shot. Let's throw that in. I mean, I don't think it takes 14 people to do a hit. I mean, so if somebody's doing a hit, I mean, I sound crazy even saying this, my limited knowledge, but I think if you're doing one, you get one good person, they take care of it, and you never see them again.
Right.
These are 14 people. I'm with Mike now on the dumb criminal thing. There is some stuff that you cannot believe that criminals left behind.
You can't make it up.
You just cannot make it up, and there it happens.
Who
So,
greenlit the script?
you know, exactly.
How about the fact that the guy, this Rolfie guy, who was the alleged gunman, is doing an interview from his jail
we
cell
mentioned that
window
right.
and saying it was because I had the wrong color pants,
Yes.
the white pants. I mean, and that conforms to what the Attorney General said.
Yeah.
Oh, so ridiculous. And apparently things happen. No, I'm with Dan Shaughnessy. Stick with it, Dan. You're going to get to the bottom of this.